Good evening. All right, we got the Sprint 3 report. First things first, we got our agenda. We're going to go through the Jira first. There's not really major architectural updates this time. I'm actually just exceeding and excelling in my opinion. Then we'll show the demo, and then we'll show what's next. All right, first and foremost, Sprint retrospective. The reports, we got our community report. You can see there's still a bit to do. I mean, things continue to get added. Not much in progress, and there was a lot more done this time around. As well as the burn up report for Sprint 3 and the burn down report. Right here. Of course, they're not the most amazing graphs, but that's definitely my fault. But then the major issues here were, the major things are just to help clean up stuff, which I did, but not to a great extent. It was mainly just fixing the AI page, but I did make the AI work as promised last time. So next thing is to get code review. I kind of messed up the comment name, but I digress. So the main things was adding this Supabase file here. So with this Supabase file, last time I did show you the connection between the Supabase as well for authentication and logging in. But this time, I actually put it into the code space rather than not just like connecting things through the web interface, like the website too, just using the API keys. I actually have code here on how to ship things, and that's mainly through this index file here, is the shipping logic and handle logic for the AI. The biggest thing here was to add the AI page here. You see the deletion of this. I kind of just wanted to start from scratch because last time I did this, I kind of misunderstood what the flow of things are going to work for the AI. It's going to work like how I had it initially, where you scan it and then you put a watermark, and then if it already had, we're going to make a check being like if it has a watermark, because we're going to do a watermark section, then that will split off to the separate thing. It's not supposed to be 2 pages like I had before. It's actually supposed to be one continuous flow, kind of just like an if, like yes, if no type of thing with the watermarking. But the watermarking we'll talk about for our what's next. But the AI page, we have the basic things here. The basic styling points, but the main thing was to getting our Supabase thing and getting our Hugging Face API to work. And that was what we used this for, is to get the Hugging Face recognition right here. To get the Hugging Face. And upload that into there. So that is what that is for. Alright. So yeah. So that's what that is for, of course. This is hidden. But yeah, so that's the code review here. So let's go back to the presentation. Now it's demo time. So let's go here. Let's reset this. Okay. We got the same things. The AI page is this looks familiar from previous Sprint reports. As you can tell, I mean, it says Shield logo here, and that's because Trevor's still making the Shield logo, so there isn't a devices thing, so it's kind of just placeholder. So I'm going to do this twice over to show you the kind of testing is, and I should actually pull up the Hugging Face itself. I wonder if I could. Yeah, here's the Hugging Face as it is. So this is the actual Hugging Face. This is the actual like model from Hugging Face, like upload on Hugging Face, like our model. So I'll show it here after I show it on the website, because this is what's at the model. This is the model running on the hosting website, but we wanted to work on our website, right? So we'll show it here. So select media. I have a bear PNG because I like the bears. I like bear. And then we're going to scan it, initializing threat, and then bam. Verified, likely human created. Bam. It's a bear. And then we'll scan another image here. one thing I do need to fix, it just keeps saying to scan that instead of select new media. That's one thing I found, but I haven't gone time to debug it yet. So this is obviously AI generated, just like a random mess of things. Just looked it up, just AI art, and then we'll scan it here. Okay, so the detection software isn't perfect, but it could definitely, you see the numbers are definitely a lot higher than that's AI than human. Of course, it's more likely human than AI according to it, but it is AI generated, so this just goes to show more of just the training that needs to go forth in that, but that's not my forte for the project. So let's actually present it here, just so then I'm not fudging the numbers or anything. Let's actually just do the AI art first. Submit that. So yeah, 51%, 49%, and that's the same here. So that's a clear test just to show you that, yeah, it definitely works. So yeah, so how I did that, again, from what I showed, is just that I changed the AI to then account for Hugging Face, and I used Supabase. Here I created an edge function, analyze image, to have this sort of thing here. So that's that. That's the demo. We have the AI actually working. So what's next? So let me complete this. Now let's go to our backlog here. So what's next? First and foremost, I feel like make the watermarking section work. So I've been discussing with Eli a lot, and I think like a major thing, a part of this is just having the shoot. An interesting thing about this is just like having the watermarking section actually be presented. So the flow of things, it's supposed to, let me get draw.io up. Sorry, this is just a quick sidebar of what this is actually going to be. So we have the AI page. I'm just actually just, so we have the initial interaction. Action that's gonna go into upload media, right? So this is what, so we have the initial interaction, you upload the media, and then this is just gonna be a check right here, the little flow chart of what's actually gonna happen. So if it has been if it's like, oh yes, you have done this before, and no, you've never done this before, it's gonna check for a watermark, right? This checks for a watermark. If has watermark, then cancel, and present watermark info. Continue to what you saw today. And then finally create a watermark. So yeah, this is the entire thing. So we have the initial interaction, you upload the media. It's gonna, in the future, what we want it to do is check if it has a watermark. If this is a watermarked image, then it will present the watermark info if it's AI or not. And then if it's never been watermarked, then it continues to what it saw, and then once it actually determines if it's human or AI, then it will ask to then you will ask the user, hey, do you want to make a watermark? And then it'll create a watermarked image for that. So that's what the future holds, is that we've made up until this part of the branch, right? We made it up until this third section on the right-hand side, that we made the AI work and actually input something. What we want to do in the future is actually make this section of the tree, and then I could probably firmly say is that the AI portion or the foundational portion of the project is done, and then from then on, we're going to work on the donation and the launching and scalability of things. Or before launching, we'll do the scalability aspect, but primarily what we're going to do is just primarily what we're going to do is do this part for the next sprint, and then all we need to do is do the donations, clean everything up, gather everything, and then we launch. And then from then on, it's just improving training and testing. So that is about it. And for next sprint, we're going to have that watermark portion done. Thank you.